The M1150 assault breacher is specifically designed to clear mines and other explosives. The M1150 assault breacher vehicle, ABV, is a highly mobile yet heavily armored platform that clears a path through minefields and difficult obstacles. The engineering vehicle, CEV, is based on the M1A1 Abrams chassis and is equipped with a mine plow and line charges. The main role of the assault breacher is to clear the way, but it also has offensive capabilities. The commander can remotely control the armament of the platform, one Browning M2, 50 caliber heavy machine gun. In addition, the M1150 is equipped with 2 stacks of 8 smoke grenade launchers that can provide cover while the vehicle is in danger. Although lightly armed, the ABV provides crew protection and vehicle survivability, while its speed and mobility allow it to keep up with the maneuvering force. It is very similar to the Abrams tank in terms of size, weight, speed and range. And what about the enemy? Here is briefly. The Russian Federation in recent times had an unconditional superiority in the field of engineering troops. There were also an IMR engineering obstacle blocking vehicle and a UR-77 demining installation. The cars are great. I had the opportunity to observe both the work of the first and the work of the second. They worked great. Moreover, in the West there was nothing like this in principle, nothing was even observed in this direction. But then the M1150 appeared. Created, as you can see, on the chassis of the M1A1 Abrams tank. Weight 50 tons. Gas turbine power 1,500 horsepower. Highway speed 70 km per hour. Power reserve 500 km. Crew 2 people. Armament 12. 7mm machine gun for self-defense. Trawl 4. 5 meters wide, FWMP, full-width mine plows. We pay attention, it looks like a Russian track trawl. But this trawl is not rutted, but provides clearing of mines in full width. But this is not a Russian bulky roller trawl either. At the same time, it also works like a bulldozer, eliminating natural and artificial obstacles. So to say, 3 in 1. However, suspension of other equipment is also possible. A combat bulldozer knife CDBB, combat dozer blades, suitable both for preparing combat positions and shelters, and for removing heavy obstacles. Plus a light trawl to remove surface explosives, on roads and in the case of remote mining. Next, 2 linear demining charges. In principle, this is an analog of Russian charges for the UR-77. It can even be said that it has somewhat worse properties, since it supplies a charge only for 100 to 150 meters, and not for 500 meters, like a Russian car with a UZP-77 charge. But, here we have a combination of several factors at once. 1. Armor tank Abrams. 2. Demining installation as in UR-77. 3. Tank trawl like BS. 4. Bulldozer track cleaner like IMR. 5. A device for marking the passage made with poles, lane marking systems, SMP, an important trifle that the Russians somehow forget about. It should also be noted that mine clearing charges are a standard Miclic M58. That is, it can be used both on a native trailer, which is towed by a tank, infantry fighting vehicle or armored personnel carrier, and on horseback, on a tank bridge layer, and on this vehicle. That facilitates the supply and maneuvering of such charges. It should be noted the high saturation of American troops with such machines. Thus, in a sapper company of a heavy brigade group, in which, let me remind you, there are only 2 mixed battalions and a reconnaissance battalion, it is supposed to have 6 such vehicles in a technical platoon. 3 sections for 2 cars. For comparison, in the Russian motorized rifle brigade for 4 combat battalions plus a reconnaissance battalion, there are only 2 IMR. In the Soviet regiment, for battalions, there was 1 IMR in the state, plus 1 could be given from the division. SD were only at the division level, 2 to 3 units. It can be seen that the Americans are clearly not going to spend a lot of time overcoming obstacles. The vehicle is in service with both the U.S. Army and the U.S. Marines.